So what is up, YouTube? Today in the lab I'm getting my beat making sampling mode on. So I'm gonna make this beat and show you how, and I'll let you know what I used for it in terms of samples and software. I'm going to take a look at a new software called RipX, or it's new to me. So, as you know, I'm always checking out what's latest in the music production, music tech world. And I like old stuff. I like sampling old records, but I like new technology. So today I will be sampling some records and isolating some samples, and I'll try to make a quick beat with them. So as for the records, I went to the local record store and I picked 2 records, and I decided I'll take something out of those records. So the record one is Isaac Hayes, Ike's Rap. You will hear it soon. And the second one is Stevie Wonder, Fulfillingness, his first finale. So went to their local record store called Blue Vinyl in Espoo, my hometown. So let's take a look at what those records have in terms of samples that I would like to use. So here we go. So those were the records and those were the samples. So what I want to do is pick those elements that were just mentioned, isolate them, and then make music with those. So I will be using a software called RipX, which allows you to drop audio in, and it tries to isolate the elements. Like you see here, like I have a beat here. Let's just start from scratch. I will take the first sample that you saw and let's go with that. So I have it on desktop. I can just drag it in. It was the Isaac Hayes Ike's Rap. I'll just drag it in here, and here you have to select what you think you want to rip out and isolate. So let's quickly check the sample in my audio editor. Okay, what I want from this is just the chord, the music part. So I have technically, well, there's the voice as well. I don't want that, but I want to take the drums out. So to answer the software here is so let's go for voice. There is no bass, so drums, other sounds, voice. So you pick the quality here and you hit rip and the magic will happen. Let's see. So once it's done chewing, you get this. Let's play it from the start. By the way, let me compare to the original sample. So there is a bass, so I have to do it again. Like, even if I don't want it, like if I want the lows, because I don't see it here, and I'm listening, and I think it's a little thin. So it kind of did a great job of leaving the bass out. But let me just, I have to redo this. So let me just do a new one. I'll bring it in. Well, hey, good job for taking the bass out. So I'll do this, and would I like to work on the existing rip? No. So let's add bass and let's redo this. All right, so it's done. So let's see. Let's hear. Yeah, the bass is here. Let me, because you can keep the versions here. This is nothing. Let me delete this. So I have the first one here and the second one. So as you can see, like the bass is, this is my second version. Let's color the bass. Let's give it like a red color, because bass for me in the DAW is red. So you can see the first one did leave the bass out. So pretty nice. I won't need the first one, so let me just delete it so we can concentrate on this one. All right, so how this software works, you see on the bottom right, you see the elements. And so you get voice, guitar seems to be instruments. I've done this a few times, so it always seems to be guitar. Maybe in the future it'll be like more intelligent and realize what other instruments are there. But yeah, and one point I got this software like just a few days ago, and so this is not an exhaustive, heavy manual. No, I barely know how this works, but the little amount that I've spent with the software has actually been kind of impressive. And I do say it now, it does sound better than Isotope RX7, which has been my go-to tool. I will not do a comparison now. Maybe I'll do a quick video later, but I'll just run you through the nice features just to show you how easy it is to use the software. So now you see these elements here. If I wanted to, for example, solo the bass, okay, I could solo the kick drum and percussion. Honestly, pretty nice. I have the original here. These are the elements I want to take out, and you can also export stems and this audio. So I would definitely mute kick drum and percussion, because that's not what I want. I want the chord sample. You can also set these levels. So see this, turning down kick drum. You could turn percussion up if you wanted to. Dude, it's pretty nice. Let me just mute these. There's the voice as well. Here it is.
Baby, I love you.
This I won't need. I just want the sample. Dude, this is honestly... Let me see. Okay, I would... And what's also interesting, check this out. This is pretty great. You can click on these notes. Like, let's say you have a bass note here. So you can preview. And this is crazy. You can even transpose it. So let's compare. Because here the bass plays like 2 semitones lower. So you can just tune it. Dude, you can also fine tune it. I think it was with option. Yeah, dude. I think this will be a great tool, because an artist hit me up like 2 days ago about tuning a vocal. I'm a mixing and mastering engineer. That's what I do. That's my day job. All this YouTube is my hobby, but I've been making electronic music for 30 years. So I'm super interested in these. I sample a lot of old stuff. And the reason I want to do this is I'm getting... now I'm getting this hands-on feeling under the surface, which is, to me, this is a bit of a game changer. So you could tune this. So let's say that an artist gets in touch with me and wants me to tune a vocal. I could even fine tune it. And one other thing is, like, also when you click on this separate element and you go here, you get these different, all kinds of different features. You could pan it, level it, filter it, pitch it, and stuff. Sorry. So This is the stuff I don't know yet. I want to get deeper into this, so I will stay with what I know. I know about these levels and isolation stuff, so I will stick to this. So just to make it quick enough, I will now export the stuff here. So this is the sample, so I want to use it. So I'll go to export, and you just set the folder. I just want to go desktop, and let's go here. You give it a name. Let's say Ike main to rip single file, and you could separate stems, which is amazing. But I don't want the stems from this. I just want this main sample, which includes the chord and the bass. So let me export single file. Selection is probably everything. File format, MIDI would be interesting, but I just need 16-bit. Even that's fine enough. Or somebody's gonna make a comment like, why did you export 24? So let's do 24. Export, and it should be on the desktop. So let's see, is it on my desktop? Here it is. Comparing to the original. Oops, that's different. That is pretty clean, man. So let's move on to the next sample. And it might be relevant to say at this point, if you like what I'm doing, hit that like button, subscribe. I admit I feel corny about saying this, but I don't think I've ever said it before. But I'm seeing all these other channels, guys doing similar stuff, and their channels are growing. And I wouldn't mind for that to happen to my stuff. So like, subscribe and stuff. Also, I run a Patreon page that's growing all the time. I help people with their productions in literally every possible way. I've been making electronic music for 30 years. So Patreon link will be below. Check that out. Join, support if you like. Now let's push on. So basically this is from the same song, but these vocals I want to have. So let's just go to RipX, create a new one. Let's drag this in. It's this. And what I want, so yeah, let's go for, technically I guess it has all of these. It has voice, instruments, bass, drums. By the way, I'm using the default, the default quality setting, which is medium. You see when you do this, it's chewing on these elements here. And soon it'll be done. All right, it's done. Whoa, looks pretty interesting. Let's see. Mind you, it is a fairly complex signal. So voice is what I want to have. Let me just, you can click on this. Technically, it has a grid. You can click on wherever and click there. I just want to, I'm going to solo the voice, and let's see. At least it looks good. Proper spaghetti. Yeah, I can hear a little bit of, that's probably the guitar or the instruments. Dude, even these would be so nice to have. Hip hop needs horns. By the way, if you want to check out my hip hop, check FatGyver on Spotify. And also all the FatGyver productions are on my Bandcamp. Link will be below. I'll just solo the vocal. I think I'm fine with this. So once again, I'll just export it. It'll be called iVox 2, or let's say it'll be RIP Wave 24 export. Should be on my desktop. Here we are. Yes, on to the next one. Okay, so the next sample is this. I want to put it to a real test. I want to get the drums, or try getting the drums. So let's go to RipX. Let's create a new one. And this is the one. Bring it in. And so there's no voice. You got bass, drums, other sounds. Let it rip. All right, it's done. This is what really interests me, because I want to get the drums here. So you got bass, you got drums. Let's just, I wanna, what if I solo kick drum and drum? So that's, there's also percussion. So let's activate that. That's pretty tight. Let me just, let me compare to the, honestly, it's pretty neat because there's no bits of music coming through. And the snare, man, that's... I said I wouldn't do RX7, but I have to compare. Let me just... really quick, because I know people will ask, you should be interested. So let's music rebalance the heck out of this. So I only want to have percussion. Quality, let's go for better. I want to just come out. I have to do this. Okay, RX7 is done. Moment of truth. So let me compare. So this is what I got with RipX. RX7. There's certain airiness here. It's letting through the the vinyl crackle that I like. There's definitely more air, but there's this bits of music kind of fading in. And these, I'm getting nerdy. That's what I am. What I do like here definitely is the vinyl crackle and this sort of breathing. But there's the music coming through on snares, and that's I don't want it. Let me test the final drum sounds here. And here I got the okay, I won't spend more time with this. You be the judge. RipX is kind of cleaner, kind of gated more. But I definitely do like the snare, how clean it is. In terms of pure drums for hip hop, this is good. Okay, so I exported the drums, but I think I want the bass here because it sounded pretty nice. So let me just solo the bass. Yeah, I'm not sure if I use this, but I'll just export it anyways. So yeah. Let's get the next sample. It is another Stevie Wonder thing. This one, because yeah, I want the bass from this one. So once again, here we go. This voice, I could, yeah, let me just get that too. So let's go for everything. But here we are again. I can appreciate the different colors, because if you wanted to touch these elements, yes. Yeah, quick listen. I want the bass. It's so nice, like you could pitch this. Well, I'll export this, and I will also export the voice. Let me just, because let me just quickly solve the voice as well. Has to be said, it is pretty clean, because this is the whole thing. So solo voice. Like, I cannot hear any of the music or the bass, so I have to appreciate this. Let me try and mute the voice. Mute the bass. mute the drums, kick drum percussion. What if I want to mute the music? I just want to keep the drums and bass. Kick drum percussion bass. Dude. Honestly, I am impressed. I will export the bass and the voice. So the last sample is this drums and bass. I wanted to try this because it's kind of complex. You got drums and percussion and bass type of thing. So let's just create a new one here, and let's see how this does. So there's no voice. It's got drums, percussion, bass, other. Technically, is there any other? Okay, there's the piano at the end, so let's go for this. Bass, drums, other, there's no voice. Okay, so let's see what we got. So I want to see what there is in the instruments part. This is, let's face it, this is a pretty complex signal because the bass is kind of, I think there's like a bass and maybe the same instrument is playing higher notes, and there's a lot of like shuffling going on with the beat. So this is definitely not the easiest example. Because even as a listener, I'm trying to pick the elements and I'm not totally sure. This guitar is probably... Some of the percussion is definitely in the guitar. The piano would be easy to rip. I don't want that. So let me mute that. Let's say that I want to get just the drums. How would we do? I want to solo the bass, by the way, real quick. Well, this is fairly clean, to be honest, because I don't hear any drums in this. Once again, this is impressive. Because there's no drum transients. There's nothing. I like it. So mute guitar. So technically now I would have just the drums. By the way, you can zoom this. Let me show you. So, oh, there you go. Sounded a little mushy. Let me just... some snare is a little mushed here, but still it's pretty good. If you wanted to, you could tone down turn down the level of some elements here. Like here, there's a little bit of like percussion here. Well, technically, yeah, well, I'm playing percussion here, so. But if I don't, it sounds too muffled, so I would use this. But let's say if you wanted to, so you can kind of select these elements, and you can, I think, make it zoom like way more, because now if you want to make it like taller, because now I've been kind of keeping it very tiny so far. So if you want to go and get kind of precise, so you can. This percussion thing. If I wanted to, you could kind of dig into this. These you can. So technically, it's selected now, so you could go and set the level. What if I turn it all the way down? Let's see where. Did I do it right? So you select and then you hear the selected elements. Is this the level control? Yes. Okay, maybe it sounds a little unnatural, but then again, you could hone this. I won't go there now, but so you know, you have this pitch harmony, format, reverb, delay, you could low pass. But okay, like I said, I need to do a video that goes deeper. I'm just kind of messing. I'm learning. I think I got everything I need. I probably won't use these drums, but this finishes the part of me messing with the isolation, and I will now move on to trying to make some music with the samples. Let's do this. Okay, so time to make some music. Let's just quickly recap the samples that I took. These will be the elements that I will try to use. So this is the main. Probably use the chord. Maybe do it. Yes, that'll be like the basis of the everything. Vocals for some vibes. This will be my drums. I probably won't use this bass, but honestly it's still kind of clean. I do use a lot of this sort of bass in hip hop, and I like to filter things down. Sometimes I use my hardware samplers, and sometimes I just do this type of. Sometimes I like slightly filtered and resonant bass, but honestly I won't use this. This will create some texture. I'm happy about how this came out because you still have harmonics of the bass. So it has to be said, it's a pretty complex algorithm. Like it doesn't just like low pass. Let's make some music. So I'll bring the main melody here. Let's see. I'm just gonna warp it and slice it. I often mark the slice points in the audio file here, creating warp markers, and then you slice by warp. Yeah, I'll just slice to new MIDI track. I use my custom slicing preset that'll slice the sample. I just gotta slice by warp marker, so it'll use these to cut. So here we go. So I got the new track. So let's do this. Let me try and maybe reverse this. Whoa. Not fitting. This could go on here. Maybe just what if I reverse this? That sounds wicked. I can still hear a bit of the drums, but I don't mind. Let's mute this, activate metronome. I'm gonna need a backbone for this song, so I will take the drums. These are the ones, so this should be pretty easy. Solo. I'll just activate warp, and Ableton Live is pretty good at marking these transient points. So yeah, want to go too picky, I'll just slice to the MIDI track, go by transient marker using my sampler preset, and I'll just lay down some drums to get to the vibe. So we'll be needing this MIDI clip, creating a MIDI clip, and just laying down some drums, find the fitting drum sounds, raise the track level a little bit. There were some, yeah, pretty juicy snares. I don't want to go for like anything really complex. Just want to create a vibe. So there's a little bit of crap after this slice 11, so because you just gotta fine tune these. And yeah, okay, great. So the melody channel, duplicate this guy. Honestly, I still find it horrible to make music when I kind of know that people are watching. That to me is like literally the most difficult thing. Even when I do workshops, I always feel that the music comes out awful, but I'm trying, trust me. So. I'll use the retrospective record, record. Use legato so it'll fill in the gaps. Yeah, whatever, maybe it works. I just want to get something going because I said I would make music with this. I need a little bit of reverb here. I always have Valhalla Vintage reverb as the default reverb on the return bus, so a lot of reverb always made everything better, right? The drums are, because I can hear a bit of crud in the drums, and these sample start points are a little clicky maybe. I could add a bit of attack maybe, so also a little bit of release because I'm playing this twice, so they will overlap. Okay, I had the bass as well, so this. Yeah, okay, so let me try. I will chop this as well, so I will just activate how I often chop samples in Ableton Live. I'll just put it here, activate warp, and take a look. Maybe I'll just add warp markers here where I want to cut the bass, and then you can always tweak this in drum rack later on. So I could go for these gray transients, but there's a little bit of cleaning up to do, so sorry, I'm trying to get rid of this. So let's try slice the new MIDI track, create slice per warp marker, and go for a sampler. And let's see what we get. This is it. Let me just jam out. It's a little loud. What is happening? Okay. Gonna loop. Maybe loop that, and crossfade. You could have it put a little bit of release on it. I often use the retrospective recording. Like, I don't record a clip, I just lay down a few notes. When it works, I hit this and I get the clip. It's sounding really kind of dirty and lo-fi, and in some weird way I kind of like it. I want this note to go like two. I think it's like 2 semitones lower. So I'm gonna need a note that does it. So I could probably, I have that note as one of the chops. Let me try and fit in the vocal. Gotta warp it. It should be like. Can make it a little louder. It'll work out, I promise. Yeah, I think it'll work. This other part. Same thing. By the way, most of the time I use the Complex Pro mode for anything other than beats. I often take the last phrase or last part and try to think of like in my head like where it should fall, and that kind of fixes it. There, I think. I did have another vocal here. It was this, maybe. I don't want it over. I don't want any overlapping. This on with a big reverb. I love Ableton Live for this. Maybe set 1.1 here so it's easier to count. By the way, sorry for not explaining every single step. I hope you understand what I'm doing. I'm just warping the bits in the right place in this rhythmical timeline. Make it fitting. Vocal could use some reverb. I'm not even sure which vocal I would use, but maybe this could work like this. I don't know. This is how I make music. This is literally realistic. I'm not sure it sounds amazing, but at least it sounds like music, sample-based music. I could try putting some of the hybrid reverb of Ableton Live on the track here. Let's just quickly try. I've been using a lot of the spring reverb. By the way, this vintage mode is kind of nice and crazy. Sometimes it's a little too metallic. It adds this kind of aliasing. Maybe that could work. I could use the same reverb on the other vocal track, I guess. I think I could use an instrument, because even from the perspective of somebody who thinks about music also in terms of frequencies, there would be a spot in somewhere in the mids or high mids to put a little energy in there. So maybe I could use the electric, which is a keyboard. I think I got a preset of my own called Rhodesy that sounds like Rhodes a little bit, I think. I could try how this works. Okay, I was just jamming a little bit. You didn't see that. I just had to take a moment to touch some things a little bit. So I took this instrument. I was looking for some notes. I was messing a little too much. You didn't see it, but I added a few notes here with the electric instrument to add a bit of energy. I changed the tempo just a little bit. This is how it sounds now. Maybe this vocal needs a little bit of reverb. I think that's about it. Maybe I'm not sure if I want to add anything, but like I don't want to get too deep either. I think this was a fairly realistic representation of how making music often works for me. Keep in mind, this is completely unmixed. By the way, I hardly ever work with my headphones, so I'm not sure how it sounds, but it's just working on idea. So we started with these records and took some samples, isolation stuff, tried to come up with some idea. I would definitely return to this with fresh ears. It's crazy how you end up changing things, but once you get back to it later on and you kind of correct mistakes, I don't want to do it here. I don't want to waste your time, but I just wanted to give you an idea of how making music often works for me. Like I pick some elements that kind of get me hyped and or get me going, and from there I just build. I think I'm done. Well, that is it. I would love to hear about your comments, and like I said earlier, support would be great. It would be nice to grow my channel, and if you want to join my Patreon, please do. I help. That's my job. I mix and master music, but also I help producers literally from around the world with their productions. I offer song critique, mixing help. Sometimes, obviously, I do a lot of mixing every day, but also I kind of give help verbally on how to correct mixes, and I give tuition on making music, mostly Ableton Live, but my techniques are not Ableton Live specific. So anything regarding that, just get in touch. All the relevant links will be below. I hope you like it. Till the next time.